This shirt I have on here. Now you can't read it or anything. It's 30 years old at least, and it is a AIDS shirt. Could have been HIV, but I'm pretty sure it was AIDS, because that was what the big marketing tool was. Because that was what was going to kill you, and you were, done for once you got it. But it's the same for HIV. So I don't know. I don't even remember. I just knew it was a marketing campaign, get us all to buy the shirts to say, that's how we find the cure. Sell us a t-shirt so they can find a cure. And how many people have spent so much money giving to cancers and all that stuff when the money was never going towards any of that? They had the cures all along. The money was just going directly into their pockets so that they could go buy more little ones and, continue their dirty, disgusting lifestyle. And we were also participating. We were being fooled and tricked and giving them money. But we weren't thinking for ourselves. Because I remember when this happened, none of us believed. We were all questioning, like, okay, how in the world are people going and catching monkeys, having sex with monkeys, and creating this disease? Like, what they were marketing to us, we were just like, what? This makes no sense. But, even when you are questioning that, they just hit you with the next thing. So you don't have time anymore to really contemplate that. You're hit with the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. They just got to keep you unstable, That's the whole thing, is to keep us unstable. They don't want us to be calm. They don't want us to think for ourselves. They don't want us to know our own power. They don't want us to know holistic cures. They don't want us to know all of the nature, how nature works in sync with us, and cycles and earth cycles. They don't want us to understand any of that. And it is so, I still can't even get over, because I have more videos, I'll put on a whole bunch. And all of them around them will get hundreds of views. But these very few will just sit there and sit there and sit there. And I know why. I know that they are blocking the information from the people. But the thing that is so crazy is what some of the information is that they don't want people. It is so crazy. Yesterday, so one of them was, I was watching, and this happens all the time. I'll be watching movies, and there will be actors who look exactly like other ones. It's always just like, how could this be possible? What you are, they just take people who only look like each other. They're able to go out and find these people and then put them up to make them famous. And it's just coincidence. I don't know. I've really gotten to the point, like, there's no coincidences. There is no coincidences. And so I had done a little TikTok thing about, see the words now, but it was about loans, only you put a C in front of it. Like, what do actors who go and be famous, do they have to give that little A and D? And do they have to surrender them? And how many people are born into families that they think is their real family, but they're just a host family? They are handlers. They are just people who, because then look how much control they can have. Like, if you go in and you do some research on the Dave Chappelle one, and now we've got, there's another rapper who says that he was, and Kanye, he's come out and said that the real one of him is dead. And what I was thinking is, people like married to him, that family who is just out there to, I don't know, participate, to bring humanity down to a low level, their level. These people are so disgusting. And That's a person to me who every single day gets up and makes the choice to sell their soul. Every day. Gets in deeper and deeper and deeper. If you don't come out and say the truth about stuff, and you just keep trying to mislead the your own species, and you can see what's going on, that is actively selling your soul out each time you do it. And we have so many people around us who are still doing it. And, who knows to what degree each person is going to get their justice, because everything's going to go back into balance. And once it goes back into balance, things happen and things start to swing out of balance again, because it's how the pendulum works. It swings back. The most we want to do is keep it right level, keep it right in the middle. But that takes us all. That takes us humanity to come together and to create that environment of balance. And that's what we're purging out this old rotten energy that is kept us out of balance. And some people are still grasping onto it. They're like, oh hell yeah, I'm part of that, and they hold on to it and want to still be a part of it. It's going to hold them back. Their soul is going to stay trapped in that until it dies or is released or whatever, because who knows what, I guess in the looking glass thing, that the cabal sees that they no longer exist in 2045. And I don't know who all that would be, because this is ancient civilization. This has been going on the whole time. So they're going to cease to exist. So they're desperately trying to keep a hold. Talking about that gets taken down. Talking about money stuff, the certain things about it gets taken down. There's just a lot of stuff that they don't want. They want to keep you arguing about certain things, especially these kinds of things, because it's so. Some of those other things would bring people together. We wouldn't sit and argue about some of this. We would want to understand and know more about it. So far, they've kept it to where, people like me just get called names and crazy conspiracy theorist and, shut the door on that crazy loon. That is, that's the way they've always done it. But, some events about to happen is going to turn everything upside down. And everything, when it goes upside down, will be right side up. And everybody will see the truth. And there won't be the lies. But that's the flip back. That's the coming back around. And, we don't want the pendulum to swing way back. We don't want to go to the new earth and then start having people feeling lost and, and then having people who come in to save them. We want to always stay centered as self. We want to always treat each other with respect and love and continue unity. And, that is how society grows, to become strong. For the future of humanity, it can be very much like other beings, other younger realities, they are younger planets coming to us for how we got through it and what we had to do, just as we are going to learn from others and how to rebuild after what has happened. That is the galactic, the way that we all come together as souls. There's a lot of people who don't understand that it's just all souls. They think that there's like some sort of difference in the souls. The only difference is resonance and vibration. And they are more sophisticated than us. They are more spiritually, the word that's coming out of my head is not the word I wanted to use. They are, they're ahead of us. Let's just go there. They are here to be teachers for us. When people are up at higher vibration, they have more knowledge, they have more wisdom, more understanding, and they are there to share it so that we can also have that understanding. There's so much stuff that you have to go through the life, and that's what gives you the understanding. But there's some things where people can share knowledge, especially when you get to this certain part that we are at with the ascension and going into, because that is why you're getting so many lessons right now. It is the precursor to get you into this place of understanding, so that when you are being taught and when you are learning, it makes more sense. So, and there's so many people who just want to block it off. They think they've got all the answers. They understand this planet. Those people are the most stuck right now, And the people who are out there yearning for relief, yearning for the truth, and wanting to understand who and what they are and what this place is and what's been going on is, those people, they have this opportunity, of this enlightenment, this growth, this ascension, this new existence that we are going to create. There's a lot of stuff that still has to go on to get us there, because this is a planetary thing that's happened. It's not just, humans are evolving and they're just like, they're just realizing now that they are more, and that's it. This is a whole planetary system that is going on. And Dolores Cannon even talked about this quite a while ago. That she was getting in all of her sessions from people, that this splitting of the earth, where the old earth will just kind of be a shadow of itself as it just fades away. Obviously by 2045 it fades away, because all of those people cease to exist. And the new earth, the new, beautiful, it's going to be magical. It's called in the ancient text, it talks about it. It's going to be like heaven on earth. It's going to be great and wonderful, and but you have to be able to get there, and it takes some work. And these people who are just so dug into negativity, they are not doing the work. You got to do the work. And I understand, that there's a lot of people who are bound down by, their groups. That's been an important thing for humans, to be accepted by others. But sometimes you got to be the leader. Sometimes you got to be the one who trailblazes the path to bring the others with you. So if you're starting to get, your inner guidance is just talking to you all the time. It's keeping you up at night. It's trying to tell you what you're doing is wrong and what you need to do, and give you guidance. And you're just feeling like crazy and you just want to shut it up. I'm going to go, do some drugs, drink, whatever. Just shut that voice inside of me up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to face it. You want to face it. You want to listen to it. You want to quiet your mind. You want to put away the alcohol and the drugs or whatever it is that you use to distract yourself. It could be Tinder. It could be social media. There's a lot of different things that people use. I was a shopper and a worker. Work to shop, And that's how, I kept myself distracted, was always, and, there's just a neediness until you get your fulfillment, until you begin to fill your own cup up. There's a neediness that leaves you vulnerable to others and to others' design of who you are. You're trying to please other people. Break free from that, and be the trendsetter. Show people the direction to go. Believe in yourself. Love yourself enough to believe in yourself, to trust yourself. And, it may seem like everything seems crazy and kind of creepy and very confusing and the world's ending anyways, but it's not ending. It's transforming. Life is transforming. Just as when someone dies, they don't die. That is a label. That is something they came up with here to use fear. You don't die. You transition. The essence of you, your soul, leaves this avatar and goes and does different things. You know, it doesn't just stay here forever and ever and ever. It transitions and goes and does, you know, other lives, goes and lives in dead life for a while. It can do all sorts of things depending on where you resonate, where you vibrate. That is the limitation. Here, there's so much limitations that they give you with words and vocabulary and labels. It is all to keep you in limiting thinking so that you don't want to go outside that box. You want to fear what others think of you. You got to get over that part. You got to believe in yourself. And know when you're walking the righteous path, when you're walking the right path towards unity, towards love, towards, can't think of the word. It was kind of like, when you're working towards that righteous way, the enlightenment, then you got to trust yourself. You know the direction you're headed is up. You know, when you release the baggage off of your back and your walk gets easier, your journey becomes easier and more fulfilling. And the more people you help, the more you're going to feel good about yourself. So, you know, just be that trailblazer in your group of friends and start listening to your inner guidance and start talking to people about really what's important and breaking free from this three-dimensional structure that has been placed here to control and enslave you is, you know, it is highlighted right now. And so helping others to pull free, pointing things out that don't make sense, and helping others to break free from this system so that they can also ascend, you know. This isn't supposed to be just, oh, you know, your own little private thing so you can just go in and do your work and then, you know, you can run and ascend and stuff. That's hiding in fear. So you are dealing with fear because you're scared to expose yourself. You're scared of rejection. You're scared to be vulnerable. So those are the kinds of things that are there for you to break free from. So, you know, just continue to open yourself up to truth, to open yourself up to communication. And, you know, oh, I saw this boy. It's really cool because he is mastering, to me, I don't know. I mean, he could be all fake, I don't know. But to me, he's mastering this this kinetic energy kind of thing, you know, like he's able to direct things and move them with his mind. And, you know, there's so many gifts that we're all going to have. You know, last night I did like a little dance party, which I do that a lot. I talk about that kind of stuff on here, you know, and tell other people, you know, it helps to lift your energy and stuff. And you do bring in spirits. And last night my dad came. And, you know, I've talked about him a lot of times. And you know, he was a pedophile and he was an alcoholic. And my life was hard from the very beginning. And, you know, the messaging that was coming to me last night, we were dancing, you know, we were laughing and dancing. It was really fun. And I was bawling my head off too. I was crying. And it felt like, you know, there were certain times that he would be around and I would think like, oh, I wish that I could be around that person all the time. Wish he wouldn't turn into this other person. It makes me emotional. But it was like, he was that other person last night. The fun, having fun. But the message was that, you know, for me to remember and to pass on to others that even the people that we think are the devils in our life, you know, the ones that cause us pain, they still love us. They play that role in our lives so that we can learn about ourselves. And for a lot of them, it's very painful to cross over and to have played that part and to have so much hate and resentment go towards them. You know, that's a hard transition. And when I talked about before, he was like in this place that I can only refer to as purgatory, is the only understanding I would have. but it's kind of like a timeout for souls to transition, because they need this time to regroup. Because, when you go into the higher vibration, you can't be in there and be low vibration. It's not possible. You would just sink down. So there's a space where you can go in for your healing. And he was angry when I had talked to that medium, and she went in there and was talking to him. He was very angry and bitter, and he couldn't understand why people wouldn't forgive him. And I just thought, it was kind of cut off from the pain that he had caused. Like, he was rejecting it. He didn't want to realize it. But last night I got a different perspective, is that the painful part that he was having a hard time with was the causing pain for people. And so I just want to remind people that even people who we think are our enemy, or are somebody that does something to hurt us, remember that they love you, and that they're celebrating all of everything you celebrate. They're celebrating. They know that this is hard to talk about without crying. They know that what they did also got you to where you are, got you to be who you are. They are a big part of that, and they celebrate that with you. So just remember, like, if you have people in your past and have died, have passed over, and you have bad feelings towards them, for whatever reason, you can, pull them towards you. And you can have interactions in dreams, in meditation, and you can resolve things, and it will make you feel better. It will give you more of an understanding. Because if you're carrying pain from them, it's for a reason. And pain is for you to heal. Pain is a sign to you of what you need to work on and what you need to heal. So, if you have people who have passed and you just, it brings pain, you can work on that. It can sound crazy, but once you start doing it, you'll see. And, that's also another gift too, is, for me, it's the interaction with the other side, my awareness of the other side. They made themselves aware to me when I was a little kid, so it was more natural, it was easy to do. But that is something for everybody to work on, is your connection with the other side, and the communication, and trusting your inner knowing. That's a big one. So there's a lot of gifts in all of us, and this is going to be really good times when we get through this transition, when we get past this part. But, I think that this week, I've said this, I don't know how many times, and it gets closer and closer and closer, it has to get closer and closer. But I do think that we are at the part where we're going to see the switchback, and we're going to see a lot of people's eyes open to the truth, and the truth is going to be revealed to us. And I look forward to it. I'll tell you, I look so forward to the truth, because it's not just in this one thing. It's not just about this. It's not just about this. It's not just about, the murderers who have been here forever. There's so much more that is hidden just for ourselves. So there's going to be just a wave of truth for everybody. And, I'm excited for it. But it's going to bring some stuff that people have to work on. It's going to bring some pain to people. And just don't get caught up in the pain. Just work through the pain. Don't let it hold you. Don't let it stagnate you, Work through it. And remember, you're strong, and that this is temporary. Everything here is temporary. Time shouldn't be measured, but it is fluid. It's constantly moving and constantly changing, just like the water. Even if you see the water go over a big rock over and over, it's different water. It's not the same water. It may look like this the same water because it's all a part of the same, but it's not. It's a whole different thing. So just remember, it's always moving. Life's always moving. Don't get caught. Don't stay in the storm. Move out of the storm. Put an umbrella up, and just spend time understanding yourself and learning about yourself. And don't fear yourself. Don't fear, like you don't want to heal yourself because it's going to be too scary. It's going to be too painful. It is, it's like when you're a kid and the monster under the bed. It seems so scary. But then you get older and you realize, oh, it was all in my head. I just made something bigger than it was. And that's what's going on. So just, put down your fears and it will help you in your development. So have a great day and work on you.